Oh, hello everyone. How is it going? I'm just making sure everything is working okay while we're getting things set up. Hello, Junus. I'm gonna guess that you are Cameron and Jessica. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream again, Ian and Mrs. Clark. Thank you very much for popping by as well, giving a little bit of support, and hopefully we'll learn something as well. Am I camera ready, Mr. Jameson? No, I am not. I am never camera ready. Oh, and that just proves that I am messing up. Let me do that. There we go. It's horrible feedback when I shouldn't be doing that. There we go. Yeah, I am not camera ready in the slightest. I am just wanting to curl up and hide in a little ball. I could switch it off if I wanted to, but I thought it kind of breaks up what you're seeing. So you're looking at a horrible ugly mush, and you can look at another horrible ugly mush and me. Have a quick drink, the nerves and all that kind of stuff. I'm not too used to this at all, but we're getting there. You're on your dad's account. Ah, right, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. I know, because some people don't have access to full YouTube and don't have a subscription, so use your parents' account. That's fine. Just to come in, have a little chat, talk about what you've been up to over the kind of lockdown and things. For me, nothing very exciting. 2 children, dealing with them, going out for the occasional walk, doing stuff in the garden, all the boring adult stuff. Ian is Cameron. You realise that I am going to get everybody confused. I will get things confused at all. So, Mrs. Clark, I'm hopeless with names. Absolutely hopeless with names. So let's get started. It's 2 o'clock. I did promise that we would get started. So let's do a quick switch to that, and it means I am going to go a little bit smaller. There we go. And I'm a tiny thing. So first thing we did, just to kind of bring everybody up to speed as what's going on, we're designing, using PowerPoint, we're going to design characters, and then we're going to learn how to animate them. A bit of stop motion, and using the animation that you would normally use for like a presentation and things. So we're going to combine all of that together to kind of make some alien animation. And this was the first character I designed, and I did this as a lesson for the Primary 7 class. And hopefully they have been designing their little aliens, talking them through how I did each bit, all of the shading. And then last week I decided, in my defense, stupidly to stream. I don't know why I did that, and it all went horribly wrong. Excuse me a wee second. There we go, that's better. Right, so I decided stupidly to stream, and yeah, I'm here again for round 2. So Mr. Clark is here too. Welcome, Mr. Clark. Right, so we did that as a kind of lesson for the kids. Nobody else has seen it, but if you're wanting a copy of it, I'll give you a link to the file. And then last week on stream, we came up with this character here with the help of Mr. Thompson and a few other things. So we had somebody wanted, because we were in Scotland, we wanted the traffic cone on the head. I think it was Mr. Thompson's better half was wanting the traffic cone in the head, so we designed the traffic cone, and all of it was done from suggestions from the chat. So Mr. Thompson wanted a wheel, and he named it. It was a Cone and the Barbarian, obviously because of the cone on the top of the head. And I thought this week I'd kind of share the overall plan of what's going on. So I had to figure out my story. I had to figure out exactly where I was wanting to go. It's all well and good having these characters, but I wanted to kind of make the story. So on my own time, I just kind of decided, right, so this is what I want to do. So the first thing here is, like, if you ever see how movies are made up, they've got a storyboard going on. So I've made my own little storyboard, just something really quick. So the first thing I'm going to have is a spaceship flying down. Hello, Mr. Thompson. Welcome. Are you going to make some absolutely fantastic suggestions again, sir? Because yeah, obviously. No, let's just make one fantastic suggestion. Cone and the Barbarian. Although the wheel was good. And I've got some ideas now to go with that. So our little storyboard, the spaceship's going to fly down. the ship is going to destroy a cow because, you know, where it is an alien movie without a cow being destroyed, then it's going to fly off. It's going to try and destroy the monster. The monster is going to destroy the spaceship in some way, shape or form. They're going to have a kind of fight it out, which will be short. Oh, it was Mrs. Clark who wanted the cone. Alright, okay. The cone is your fault. Sorry, Mrs. Clark. It was you that wanted the cone. Ah, okay. Okay. Right, and the winner is... and the winners, we don't know who the winner is. We can talk about it, but we're going on. So I decided I want to look at the cow and the spaceship this week because those are the two other main characters. And what I did was I didn't know how I was going to design them. So what I did was over last week I just picked together some pictures and images of cows to try and make and spaceships for ideas. I'm wanting to start with the cow because I've got more idea over the cow and what I want to do. Exactly, yep, that's the exact cow I want to do. So I was thinking something like this. So I am favouring either this type of cow, which has got some good basic shapes that we could implement, or this cow here, which is pretty easy and pretty straightforward, and you can easily see those shapes using some of the skills we were talking about last week. My problem was, and I was thinking about how to make the pattern inside the cow for the details and what we were wanting to do. Hello Miss Montgomery, how are you, and welcome to the stream. I missed that one there. So I have got a file with a cow pattern. This is my cow pattern here, and what I've done is I stuck it inside a shape, and no matter what I do to the shape, the kind of pattern follows. So I can do any shape, stick this cow pattern inside it, and it's going to come out like a cow. So hello Mrs. Craner, how are you? Right, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my reference material, the stuff that I'm interested in, so it's these two shapes here, and I'm going to put them on a new PowerPoint slide. So I'm going to right click across to the side. Usually when you do PowerPoint, this is much bigger, but I thought I would shrink it down just so you've got a little bit more space to see. So I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to put new slide. It's going to give me a new slide, and it's going to give me these horrible things. I don't like them at all. Oops. Let me get rid of that. There we go. I don't like them at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of them, click and drag all the way through, and then just press the delete key to remove it. I'm going to go back, and I want to select this cow and this cow. Now, to select two different things, what you do is if you press Control, you can select a number of different things. You can see everything I'm clicking, I'm selecting. So I'm going to, if I click on something and I do not want it, I'm going to click it again, and it takes it away. So I'll click off everything, and I just want to take this one, and then I'm going to right click, copy, and then I'm going to this one and right click and paste. There's two different ways to paste. Sometimes there are three depending on what you're doing. This way breaks everything down and it's not so good. We're wanting to paste it as a picture, as an image. So I'm going to click this one to paste as a picture. Mr. Thompson, is Miss Codner giving you the jokes? Now, I shouldn't have done that because what it's done is you can see the outline. It's painted this as one single image. And I don't want that. I want to break it down, so I'm going to undo that. I'm going to go up the top here, little undo sign, click on that one. I'm going to try and paste it in again, but this time destination theme, so it keeps it separate. So these are my reference materials. So any preference, let's see it in the chat. Do we want cow number 1 or cow number 2? Top one or the bottom one? Which one do you think would look better in our animation with Mr. Conan the Barbarian and our random alien? Top cow or bottom cow? What do we think? Hello Creation Pups, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Lots and lots of Kings Oak peoples coming in. That's what I like to see. I'm thinking I like this one, but I also like this one. I think this one looks easier to do. From my point of view, it looks so much easier to do. I'm tempted, unless I hear otherwise. Mrs. Craner goes for number 2. I'm saying the bottom cow. Oh, yeah. So you're going for the harder one. I hate you all. No, I don't. Right, so so it's 2-1. I'll give you another 10 seconds or so, and we'll see what happens. Any changes? They're all going for number 2. You're all going for the hard ones. Great, thanks. Cheers. Fantastic. Right. Why did I know that was going to happen? Right, I'm going to get rid of that one then. So this is our reference material. So we're going to make something similar to this. Okay? Most people seem to be going for number 2. Right, okay, so hard ones. We're going to look at the basic shapes. I promise that was a last joke. Bottom one for me. I like the top one. It was easier to do. I could have done that in minutes. Right. This is a new thing with PowerPoint as well, that if you put different images on the screen, it comes up with different ideas on how you want your slide to look. So you could change the design of your slide, and we're not going to deal with that just now, but that comes up automatically now. So I'm going to hide that so we've got a little bit more space to work with. What do you mean good? I don't need luck. I need a miracle. Right, so I'm going to start with the basic shapes. First of all, I can see the body, the back of the body is a complete circle. So I'm going to go to my shapes, and once again, if I do that, I need to kind of figure out exactly where that circle is. But if I press and hold the shift key, it automatically pops it straight into a circle. So that is my first task. I've got a circle. That's the easy part. There we go. The round one, it might not sound right. That's okay. Doesn't matter if it sounds right or not, the round one will do. So I can also see that this head is roughly a circle as well. So I'm going to make another shape. So I'm going to copy this. And last week we were looking at pressing the control key. So if I click it and press the control key, you can see my cursor, it's getting highlighted there, goes to a little plus sign, and that means copy. So if I do that, well, I let go, but if I press and hold and keep hold of control, it actually copies the shape, so you can copy it as many times as you want, which makes it good. So I'm going to copy my perfect circle. I'm going to move this part of my body out of the way, and I'm going to shrink it down. So there's two ways to shrink it down. Once again, if I don't press any buttons, it goes all funny shapes, and we don't want that. We want to keep it as a perfect circle. So I'm going to press shift to keep it as that shape. Now if I press control at the same time, it does it slightly different. You can see the anchor point, it's going down to the bottom right hand corner. It's shrinking down there, but if I press control and shift, it's actually going from the middle point, so it's shrinking in the middle point, and it's keeping it the right way. So I'm hoping that'll be about the size of my shape, like that, and that looks maybe a little bit smaller. That looks cow-like. I'm going to move the body out the road just now, just so we can work on the face, because the face is going to be the best thing. I'm going to make it really, really big. So first thing is the eyes. Those fantastic eyes. They are once again circles. So I've got my head here. I'm going to have a big cow eye. Now a good tip for if you're working with eyes is make one right and then copy it, because it will be exactly the same. So while I'm going to, first of all, let's see, I'm going to make and change the inside because we want a white eye. So I'm going to change my fill to white. I'm going to make it a little bit of an off-white slightly, because if I make it slight off-white, I'm going to come down here, add a little bit of grey. It means I can go back into that fill, add a little bit of a gradient, and hopefully it's not too dark. It's a bit too dark, isn't it? Let's just leave it as that off-white then. So that's my first one. I'm going to copy that again. I'm going to shrink it down, and this will be my pupil for my cow. Let's change that one, the fill, to black. So now we've got the eye for the cow, so we can decide how big we want to go with that pupil, make it just a little bit bigger. Now the outlines in PowerPoint always goes for a kind of blue, and I don't like that personally, so I like the cartoon effect. So I'm going to change my outline by right clicking and then go to a black outline. I'm going to do the same for that part of the eye, so I'm going to right click, outline, black, and that looks a little bit better. This one here's got this big thick chunky outline, and I'm going to do exactly the same here. So I'm going to go to outline again, but this time I'm going to go down to weight, and that's how heavy it leans on the bit of paper. If you imagine your pencil, if you press lightly, you get a thin line, but if you press a little bit harder, you get a nice thick line. So I'm going to go to about that one there, and the reason I'm going to do that is if I shrink it down, it actually gets thicker. You can see that there, it gets a little bit thicker. So Maybe just go up another little bit on the weight. We can always change it. So that's starting to look good. That's getting us our eye looking good. So I'm going to highlight them. And this is a good tip to note about PowerPoint. PowerPoint is not a graphics package properly. It's used for presentations and different things. And as a result, it's quite stupid. And a lot of people, when they go to highlight something, they say, oh, I'm going to highlight that big circle. Right, there we go. I'm highlighting the big circle and it doesn't highlight this big circle. And that's because although you have covered most of it, if you leave one pixel that you haven't highlighted, one tiny little bit, the computer says, oh, you don't want it. You could have highlighted 99.99999% of it, and that one little tiny dot, the computer goes, nah, you don't want it. And it's good because you can use it to your advantage. So I can highlight my entire eye, but it's not highlighting the big circle. I'm going to group these two together because I'm quite happy with this eye. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to group the two together. I'm going to use that trick earlier on. I'm going to press Control, copy, and now we have our two eyes. Now he's looking to the side, but what we can do, we can use this rotate tool. Was going a little bit daft. There we go. So now the cow is looking a little bit better. It's looking slightly more cow-like. Honest. Oh, you lot are really making this difficult, aren't you? Right. So the next thing I'm going to look, I've got my eyes, I'm going to look at the horn. I think the horn is the next place to go. That one's going to be quite easy actually because there's two shapes hiding in there. There is a triangle and there is part of a circle. So we're going to make it out of those two shapes. We're going to do a triangle. So that's the top of it. And we're going to put a little bit of just a little bit of bevel on it there like that. And I'm going to do a circle. So I'm going to make those two like this. And this is where it's going to get tricky. So I do that and bring that in there. The two of them are now kind of joined together. They're kind of joined together. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. Joined together as one shape, and what we're going to do is we're going to combine them. So to do that, we highlight both. See if this works now. And we are going to go to, hello Emma, how are you? Right. I think the cow needs a cone in its head too, a bit like the statue in Glasgow. See these people that just like cones? I don't know. Just for you, there you go, there's this cone. No problem, sorted. It can have matching cones. There we are, right. I think you get a thing for cones, right? So I'm gonna highlight both of them. I'm gonna go up to this format menu. And we're going to merge the shapes and we're going to make a union, which means we are joining the outlines of both the shapes. So now we've got this kind of cone shape here, and I'm going to change the fill to a kind of dark grey, change the outline to black, and then this time we're going to put a gradient in, so we've got kind of make it a little bit more 3D type cow shape there. There we go. It's not going to be a perfect cow, okay? I think it needs to be a little bit darker. Let's change the fill to something just a bit darker. What do we think? This one? And let's just change it again to gradient. Let's see, it might be a bit too dark. There we go. Always good to have a little bit of a daft cow going on. There we go. We could put glasses on him as well if you want, if that's going to help, just so he can see it, or does he need anything else? I don't like that, it needs more, it's too dark, so I'm going to try that one, and let's change the fill again, and this is where it's trial and error until you figure out exactly, yeah, that looks better. There we go. So that is the first horn. Not looking identical, but it's as close as I'm going to get. Give me some, I'm not artistic in any way, shape or form, so let's up the outline as well, because we're going to keep the same kind of weighted outline, probably about there we go. And I'm going to copy it, drag it across, rotate it round, and this is hopefully going to be our cow. There we go. Right, looking good so far. I'm dreading this bit. This bit's going to be trickier. This bit's going to be trickier. So to get the kind of like bevel there, we need to kind of bring this down like that, kind of more cow shape type thing. So we're going to look through our shapes to see what we could possibly use. I was thinking this teardrop shape, so we could use this teardrop shape like that to kind of add it in. We could probably make the whole head shape out of that actually. But the problem is that's quite pointed. With a lightning bolt scar. Seriously? You lot, a lightning bolt scar? Okay, one lightning bolt scar. Coming up, whoops. One lightning bolt scar on the head of the cow, like that. Shrink it down. There we go. Sorted. Right. So we need to kind of get something coming around there like that. You lot, Harry Potter glasses, please. Seriously, you lot, you're killing me. You're killing me, really. Right. You want it in front of it as well? A Gryffindor scarf. Seriously, just no, no. Right. And Harry Potter glasses. Do you know what? We'll get to them. If you want Harry Potter glasses on the cow, we will do that. But let's get to the cow first. Right. So I need to try and think of something that's going to kind of bevel his chin just a little bit. That's too rounded. Okay, let's get rid of that one. So we're just trying a few different ideas of what we could do to kind of add that curve in. How's that one? That looks not bad actually. We could kind of do that as a cow type one. Let's put this here like that and like that. So we could have the cow shape like that. Not ideal. My dad wants to know what software I use to record. I am using, there's several different free ones, but it's called Streamlabs OBS. Nice Harry Potter theme. Yeah, they're going Harry Potter theme. I'm going to get rid of that so we can see. There we go. That's a horrible looking cow face. See, this is the hard bit. This is why I didn't want to do it. I knew this bit was going to be hard. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have got a leaf shape there. I'm looking through it and I'm going to try and find to see if I can spot some kind of leaf type shape. If not, we're going to have to cheat. And cheating is all part of the game here. Do you know what? I'm actually thinking if I do that, oh, Mr. Jameson, I've got a cunning plan, as somebody called Baldric would say, and I know a lot of the older people will know exactly who Baldric is. I have a cunning plan. If I'm going to do this, I can take these, combine them together, and that would make a pretty decent shape. So I'm going to go back to my format menu, group them together, I'm going to merge them and combine them, make them into a union. What about a half circle, a semicircle? Semicircle would work, but I was wanting to try and kind of get that little bit of a point going on there. So, which we do, like that. So let's see, I'm going to put an outline on it of black, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. Like that, and we need to make it the right colour, so it's a kind of pinky colour just now. So outline, not outline, come on Mr. Jameson, get the finger out here. Outline, we're wanting to go more fill colour, so we're wanting a kind of quite a vibrant pink colour, and I'm going to bring that down just to about that on there we go. So there we go, it looks more like a pig, but do you know what, we'll deal with it just now. Let's change that to white. First things first. In fact, let's make it more cow shaped. I said earlier on that I had saved a pattern on the computer, and I'd saved this pattern here, and what we can do is I'm going to, on this big circle, I'm going to right click, I'm going to change my fill, and I'm going to add a picture to it, and I'm going to take it from a file which is on my desktop, and it is called, now this is looking for pictures, it's not a picture. I'm going to put all files, and there's my cow print. I'm going to insert my cow print, and there is the start of my cow. Starting to come together. Okay, it looks a bit dodgy. I will freely admit it's not my best work. But come on, look at what I'm working with here. Right. It's wearing a face mask. I must be one of the older people. Yeah, rat a van. Rat run over by a van. Do like a bit of baldric. So we've got that. It's probably a bit too pinky. Let's take that down just a little bit. It's just more fill colours. Let's take it lighter. There we go. And let's get that circle going on there for the nose. Let's get the cow circle going on. Probably about that. It's starting to take shape now. We can start to see the cow type shape coming in. I like that, that's okay. Let's change the fill to black. And the outline once again to black. There we go. One. Copied that one. Just going to rotate it round. Two. And there at the moment is my cow head. Let's change the outline on that to black and thicken up that line to make it look a little bit better. Going to weight. And there we have the cow. Oh, I like that. Also, that I like that you don't make it into the older people category. I don't know. Okay, don't know. Just if you've not heard of Baldric, no. It's just not on. Right. So we've got our cow. It's not very good. It's not very good. But I've got ears to add on. And these are the two ears. So they're kind of like a tear shape. So I need to think of something that is going to make that shape. And I'm going to look around and I'm going to see Blackadder. Watch it while we're on lockdown. You will not be disappointed. Right, let me see. Coming round. We're looking for something that's kind of ear shaped, which it's quite difficult because I can't remember, and this is where it comes to experiment with a lot of different things. I can't remember exactly what makes what shape, because a lot of these ones here do other things. So if I look at the moon, I'm sure does one. If I change the moon, I can make that into, actually that, okay, that could have been a, well, that could have been better. Anyway, we're done now. Welcome to the young team, Mrs. Marshall. Don't know. Right, so let's see. I'm going to try and get some ear shaped here, but I don't know what I'm going to use. I think I'm just going to go at the moment for the plain semicircle. It's not much that I can think of here. Just having one quick last scan. That might be different. Flow chart. A little bit of a flow chart going on, or a banner. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, nah. I'm going to go for the plain semicircle. Right. Let's get the circle going on, and we'll just make that the ear. It's not going to be good. I'm sorry. It's not going to be good. I don't like. Do you know what? No, we're not. We're not done yet. We're going to actually hand draw it, I think. So this tool here is for hand drawing freeform shape. So I'm going to draw in my ear, which is going to be like that, and that's horrible. Let's press escape. Let's delete that one. Let's try it again. So we're wanting an ear shape. Oops. So let's try that again. So we're going to go with that shape there, and oh, wait a minute. Does this have this option? I can't remember if this place has this option. Let me just check these lines. If I do this, no, I can't. Right? Okay. Do you know what? Going for this. I'm going for this as a kind of ear shape type thing. We're going to a techno ear just now. It'll have to do. It'll have to do. Right. So that would be one ear. This would be the other ear. We need to get on with this. So this is my ears. They look a bit silly just now, but what we're going to do is we've selected all the shapes again. We're going to go to format, and we are going to we're going to go to format, there we go, and we're merge shapes, we're going to make them into a union again, and there we have our horrible looking cow. I think it's not very nice, not very nice. I'm gonna copy this just now, and I'm going to put it into a new slide as a backup, and I'll try and sort it properly for next week, because this is gonna take an awful lot to get sorted. There we go. Right, let's get this shape out. Come on, Mr. Jameson. There we go. Right, cow's ears. Right, there we go. Right, so let's do this again. Our techno ears at the moment, it's not very good. It's not very good. We can definitely do better. Definitely do better. So let's click all. Oops, not that one. Click all three of them, and we're going to go to format. There's two formats. One is because that bit's got the picture added onto it, but we want to merge our shapes, make it a union. Oops, it's because I clicked the blue shape first. There we are. Merge shape, union. So now we've got our slightly daft looking cow, and we're going to highlight all of these shapes together like that. So right click, and we are going to group them together. So now we've got our little cow going on there like that. So that's the first step of our cow. Right, I hope in the right time. It keeps buffering for you. Oh, sorry. Is it buffering for everyone? Oh. Ooh. I'm checking, and I've got no drop frames, which means it might be me. I don't know. It's hard to tell from this point of view. Hopefully we should be okay. And that's the problem. I don't like YouTube for doing this. It's not great. Right. Second part of the cow. Let's get the body going on, and we can shrink it down. We'll put the head over there just now. It's not buffering for you. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Right. We've got our cow going on here like this, and we are going to add a couple of feet. Now these we do have something that we could possibly use for. We've got this, and this could be our little tootsies coming on like that, like that. So we've got one tootsie there and one tootsie there, and I'm pressing and holding control to move them across. Let's delete one, because we're going to do all the work on one, and then we're going to transfer it to another one. So we've got one fill into there, and we're going to put a black outline in there, and this is where it gets a little bit quicker, because this is the easy part, or easier part, where I can actually see what's going on. I'm going to add in a triangle. I'm going to add in a triangle shape. I'm going to cut it around, because I want to kind of keep that there like that idea, where you've got like the cloven hoof type thing going on. So we will drag it around. It's not going to look as great. The fill this time, I'm going to make it with no fill, so we can see all the way through it. And black, make it a little bit bigger, and there we go. Actually, I'm quite happy the way that cow's worked out, even though the ears are not ideal. Obviously PowerPoint is limited, there are ways around it, but that I think is as good as we're going to get. So right click on it, and I'm going to group it all together and copy it across. So far so good. So far so good. I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to put the background in that we had before. So I've saved this background to my computer. I am going to go to fill, go to picture, and then from a file. Now it saved it as not as a picture this time, it saved it as something else. So I'm going to go to all files, and it is on my desktop, and it is called Cowprint, and it's what's called a vector graphic, which means that no matter how much you kind of shrink it and grow it, it will always keep its crisp edges. A lot of pictures, if you go too big, they start to get pixelated and look horrible. But if you've got a vector graphic like this, and it's made and created completely differently, it should be fine. So the weight of this one, we're going to make it nice and thick, and then we're going to change the outline to black. I am moving so fast, impressive. I'm slowing down, sorry. Yeah, no, I've been doing this for a long time. So the cow is obviously a little bit too big, so let's group this together. But it's practice. The more you practice at something, the better you get. And I've had a lot of practice at this. Oops. Now, here's another thing. At the moment the cow is peeking out over its own bum, it's looking like it's poking out and it's having a wee look over the back of its own head as if to say, what are you up to there? There we go. Mr. T and Mrs. M, move away. Oh no, not the cow jokes. Not the cow puns. Oh, pull the other one. Right, cow puns, come on, give me them. Give me the cow puns. You know you want to. I bet you've got an utter ton of them. Yeah, because you'll not be going to the movies very often, right? So at the moment our head is behind our body, so I'm going to send it to the back. So I'm going to right click on it, click send to back, and it'll be out the road for everyone to see. And then now we've got a little cow doing that, and it can have a wee dance there. He's doing a bit of a boogie. There we go, right. Dancing cows. I think what makes a good cow is a little bit crazy. We can... A cow is so random. Right, so there we go. We've got our cow. I'm quite happy with that. It's come up quite well. It's come out quite well. Do we really have to? You have to. Ah, dear. This is where we do need Miss Codlin. Right, and as requested, we're gonna have. Let's bring this to the front. Bring to the front the Harry Potter thing, but obviously since it's a cow one, let's change the fill slightly. Let's make it into. Can we make it white? Trying to think of a nice colour that would make it. What's just a little kind of off orange type thing. Okay, Mrs. Clark, if we have to. Oh, no, what have I done? What have I released onto the world? So there we go. And we wanted Harry Potter glasses as well. Okay, Harry Potter glasses it is. So let's keep the cow like this just now. So we're going to right click and we are going to group it together. And I'm going to get rid of this cow. And we're going to put him there. And we need a Gryffindor scarf. Mrs. M would be very happy. A Gryffindor scarf. Yes, I am fulfilling the success criteria, Mr. J. Yes. Okay, right. I need the colours for Gryffindor scarf. Hold on, let's see. So I'm going to do something off screen so you can't see it just now. Okay, so let's see. I have got this here. Let me see. I'm gonna guess. Is it right? I'm gonna see if I can do this just to bring it in. Let's see. Can I paste this in? So there we go. There is our Gryffindor scarf. That is being requested, as well as the Harry Potter glasses. Okay, so here's our reference material. To provide a larger surface area and prevent sinking into soft ground. You know how to spoil a joke. You do. I will do it, I promise. Right, so glasses first. So glasses first is we need the circles. So we need our perfect circle first of all. So perfect circle, 1 Harry Potter glasses. And we're going to use that trick that we were doing before. I'm going to press Control to make an identical circle like this, and I'm going to put it over the top. Well, first I'm going to change the colour of it just now. I'm going to change it to white, and the reason I'm changing it to white, not the outline, I'm going to change the fill to white, is so that I can see what's going on. So I've kind of blotted it out completely. Actually, we could use another tool here. So I'm going to click on both of them, both the shapes, and I'm going to go across to Format. And I'm going to go up here to something called Align, which is good for aligning everything out. First thing I'm going to do is align center, so it's the center of the shapes right in the middle, and you can see they're all lined up in a nice straight line. Then I'm going back to align again, and I'm going to align into the middle, so they are now identically on top of each other. Click on the white one, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So now we have some semblance of Harry Potter glasses, but the problem is that is white, and if I put the white over the top, you can't see it. So what we need to do is we need to make that into a hole. We need to make the white into the hole. So we're going to merge our shapes, and we are going to subtract. If I subtract it, it's now one shape, but we've got a hole. So I'm going to change them into the glasses. Let's see. So I don't think black would be good with a cow. So give me suggestions. What color should our glasses be while I continue to make my glasses? Let's see. Harry Potter glasses. These should be easy enough to make. What color should we make them? Are we going to stick with, are we going to try black? If I make it black just now, let's have a look to see how it's going to turn out. I think it's going to get lost in that. I think it's going to, oh maybe not, look at that. So we could make it, and there we go. Some red glasses, okay, we could go red glasses. I'm with that. Or grey, red or grey, red it is. Outline glasses, some red glasses like this, and we're going to put an outline on which is black. Let's get rid of this one. So I'm going to make this to size now. I'm going to make this right in place so that I know everything goes. So I'm fine tuning it by using the cursor keys. I'm going to make it a little tiny bit bigger. There we go. I'm going to copy it across. And while I'm copying this across, you lot could be thinking of a name of this fine gentleman. Because obviously, every good cow needs a name. Right, so my problem is now that this is too small to work on, and this could be the problem. So I'm going to click on this and this. I'm going to combine them together. I'm going to right click and I'm going to group them. I'm going to bring them back across here. I know these are at the right angle, and if I press shift to resize, this is just the same glasses but supersized now. And now I can work on it slightly better and make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more detail. So we can do this as the kind of the bridge of the nose, rotate it slightly into the right place. I don't think we're going to get to the spaceship today, do you know that? I think that might be for another day. Might be for another day. And then I'm going to use this, just going to head up the ear, head up the face, copy that one, round about the same place. There we go. Harry Cower, Harry Potter, Professor Udder. That's amusing. Oh, there we go. He's been holding on to that one. He's been holding on to the puns. You know he's been holding on to the puns. Let's highlight that one. Right click, group that together, and we're going to shrink it down. And hopefully, we might have to adjust, obviously, for the size. There we go. Yeah. So look, we can see now that it's definitely too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control, and I'm going to zoom in. There we go. Going to right click. That's almost like he's staring into my soul. Let's ungroup these again, and then let's work on this. Now we know that they're supposed to go over the ears, which is fine. So let's extend that out like that. That should be good. Get a little bit more of an angle going on there, and we'll not worry about the overlap yet. Do not worry, do not fret. We will sort it out. The Cowie Baron. Oh, so many decisions. So many decisions. I can see people thinking. I like Harry Cower. I do like Professor Udder as well, but it's not a professor. It's got the Harry Potter thing going on. You know, although it's. I don't know. Right. So let's stick all these together. So I'm highlighting, shift clicking. So I'm highlighting all of them. and then I'm gonna right click, and I am going to go to format. I'm having to think here now, and I should be able to merge my shapes, and I can't merge my shapes. Why can't I merge my shapes? Because this is grouped together. Sometimes things disappear because, let's ungroup these. So I'm going to click on the red stuff first because that's my base image that I want it to start with. I'm going to go to merge shapes and make it union, which makes one pair of glasses like that. So if I press Control, they all go away. Luna Love Ku. No. Right, we've got a scarf to make. We've got a scarf to make for our Daft Ku. The cow's coming out really nicely, actually. It's looking. The more I look at it, the more it looked quite decent. I think Luna Love Ku, we have a winner. We do, I think. Right, Harry Potter scarf. Let's see. The scarf is made up of 3 different colours. So we've got this colour. So we've got a nice kind of burgundy. So let's get the burgundy going on. And this time I'm going to put no outline on it because I don't want the colours joining together. So when you put the black onto it, it's going to kind of disappear. Right, so we've got this one, and that's going to be there. So that's going to be the 2 yellow stripes. Postman Cowpat. Mr. Thompson, thank you very much for your thing there, but I think Luna it is. Thank you, right. I'm going to copy that shape and we're going to get the yellow colour going in now. So let's have a look at the fill, and it's quite a dark yellow. It's not as bright and gold. It's kind of an orangey yellow. There we go, that would look quite good. And I'm going to put that underneath like that. I'm going to right click and I'm going to, oh, what's going on? Right click, auto save. I'm going to send it to the back. So now we have the correct colours. Is that good enough for you? That good enough? Mr. T has left the chat. Mr. T has been banned. So right click and group that together. Is that about the correct colours for you there? I'm going to ungroup the cow. Ungroup the cow. You do realise that this cow is going to get absolutely killed. So I'm going to send, to save a lot of problems, I am going to send everything back. So I'm going to right click and send to back. And hopefully, oh, let's do this again. So everything works on layers, everything works one thing in front of the other. So I'm going to send this all the way to the back, which means it's behind the whole cow. But then if I send this bit to the back, right, now the scarf comes in like this. So we now have a little bit of a Harry Potter scarf going on there. That's coming to the front there. Is that Gryffindor enough for you? I don't know. Right click, send to back, and then we do the same with the cow again. Right click, send to back. Is that enough for you? Is that Gryffindor enough? I don't know. It looks good to me. I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Well, I am a Harry Potter fan, but I'm not that one. So Luna Love Ku. Are we keeping the cone, Mrs. Clark? Are we keeping the cone? Or do you think it's enough for one person? It does almost look Witch's Hat. It almost looks Witch's Hat. Let's have her tilting the other way. There we go. So Luna Love Ku. Oh no, I've got a button I want to press, but it's not. There we are. So let's insert our beautiful Luna Love Ku. So Luna Love Ku. She is Scottish. There we go. Luna Love Ku. Absolutely fantastic. What can we say? Oh my goodness. No. But It's so wrong yet it's so right. It's like a guilty pleasure type thing. It just doesn't seem to work. I'll change that text later. Let's be democratic. Oh. You've been googling puns, haven't you? You have been googling puns for all of this. I think she looks fantastic, Luna Lovegood, with the Harry Potter glasses. Ditch the cone. I completely agree. I think she looks fine like that. Why don't I make the cone black? Okay, let's do a quick check, see if we can make the. This is the problem of doing text. There we go. Let's make the cone black. Fill black. Actually, we make it grey. How does that work? If we make it black, it might be too black with all the kind of stuff that's going on. So let's try. Excuse me. Let's try black, and we're going to put a gradient on it again. I don't know if gradients really work on black. No, it doesn't really, does it? Is there more gradients? This is an advanced gradient thing, and I'm not even going to go into that. It's talking about stops and different things. So you like the black one, do you? You like the black cone? See, I like the fact her head is off to a slant. Oops. Let's put these things together. Just make sure, right click and group. I like the fact I'm going to put her head just a slight more slant there because she's a bit of a daft. And then if the cone is straight, then the thing's off to the side. I don't know. What do we think? There we go. There she is, Luna Lovegood with the cone. You do realise now, because we've got a cone on the other two, we might have to put a cone on our alien, and I have no idea where on earth we are going to stick the cone. One on each eyeball? I don't know. Should make it grey with a black outline. Okay, let's give that a shot. Let's go back to our coup. Not that coup. This coup. Right, so we're going to make it grey. We'll try and change it slightly. So if we, there we go. Can we see it a little bit better now? Does that kind of show up? I have just realised I've done this right in front of chat, and you lot can't see a single thing. Let's put the. Oh no, I've got to, haven't I? I've got to. Hold on. About there, like that. There we go. And there. There we go. Look, the coup is looking through the ooh. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. What an effort. I am deeply moved. See the things I do to keep you lot happy? I don't know. Let's zoom out slightly. Let's move this across here so you can see it in all its Technicolor black and white glory. And she's looking good. She's looking good. Let's group all of these. Make her a little bit bigger. And do you know, there can't be a coup without one of these. There can't be a coup without one of these. We need and maybe toilet humor, I don't know. We need to make, it almost looks like I haven't made one of these before, but I haven't. I'm making it up as I go along. We are making what? Oops. We are making the beautiful, the fine. There we go. There can't be a coup without a coup pat. Because we all know that coups can't just help themselves. There you go. So there she is in all of her glory, and we know that somebody's going to stand on that. We could make somebody stand on that at a later date. I don't know. There's Luna Lovegood. There we are. What do we think? I think that's came out pretty well. 6 out of 5. We should have a PowerPoint competition when the school starts again. I absolutely agree, because we can do. In fact, I can show you a little bit of how we can animate, just because we've got about 10 minutes left. So a little bit of animation, just something simple. So I'm going to use Conan the Barbarian, because he's the easiest one. Give it eyes so it looks like the emoji. I could do it. So I've got Conan the Barbarian, and we're gonna use a combination of, just for the last 10 minutes, just to get a bit of movement into him. I'm gonna show you how to move him around. There's two ways to do it. One is like stop motion. Okay, poo eyes it is. Oh, I now need to do a quick search to see what the poo emoji looks like, so I can get the eyes looking right. Okay, so it's okay. So, oh, that's not too bad actually. So poo emoji eyes are really easy to do. They are one of those, and we're going to make it white with an outline of being black and a little bit thicker. So that's one. We are going to make, and I'm going to cheat, and those that were here last week knew how I did that. And if you weren't here last week, you should have beat. So there we go. There's the eyeball coming in, and let me just check. Oh, now you're seeing it's like Inception. So I'm just looking at the poo emoji, and it's white, and it's just full black. That's it. That's fine. That's good. Just having a quick check on the other screen how it's all going on and how everything's getting sorted. You lot are just down to making things difficult for me. Like, put eyes on the emoji. Oops. It's actually this name that's more of a problem. Alright, so we're going to group that together. We are gonna, actually I think I'm going to shrink it down first to the right size, like that. There we go. And then we're going to copy it like that, and then we are going to use, let's just use the moon, shall we? The moon is probably the best one, and we will just make it a white fill with a black outline, and we make the outline just a little bit thicker like that, and rotate that round, and oops. Now we have very happy. Slightly offside. Let's just chill it. There we go. There you go. The poo has eyes and a smile. Do you want eyebrow? Every good poo emoji needs eyebrows. I'm going to take that one, use the format painter. When is the next one? Oh, see now there's the question. There's the $1 million question. When is the next one? It will be after the Easter holidays for certain. I might actually do one through the Easter holidays. I don't know. So there you go. There is a quick poo emoji with the eyebrows going off, and let's just, you know, obviously. There we go. Right. So we've now got an extra character in our thing with our little poo emoji going on there as well. And we could actually animate that when the thing comes across, where he turns from there to like a shape. Hopefully after the Easter holidays. If not, I might sneak something in between. I don't know. But obviously I've got my own family and things to think about. Right, animation of this one. I'm going to do it quick. Just a quick introduction. Always take it as one shape. That's the important thing. Always take it as one shape. Never animate separately. Group together what's going on. I'm going to go to the animations tab, and this is where you use all the kind of normal stuff. I'm going to go to the animation paint at the side, which brings up what it's going to do. The way to do it is, number one, put this where you want it to finish. I want it to finish here just now, and there's three options. There's green, which makes it come in, emphasis, which is yellow, which makes it do something while it's there, and red, which makes it disappear. There's also motion paths. First thing we're going to do is we are going to make it fly in from the side. So I'm going to go fly in. From the bottom's not very good. If we go across to the right hand side, we can right click on it, and we go to effect options, and we can make it fly in from a different side. So we can make it fly in from the left, and you can tell it how long it's going to go. So now it comes in from the side. so as if he's moving in. And what we can do is, like stop motion animation, we could right click on this and we could duplicate the slide. I'm going to get rid of the animation because we don't need that. So it's basically like telling the story one slide at a time. So this makes it come in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start thinking about stop motion animation, moving one object or one thing at a little bit of a time. So I'm going to ungroup, and this is the hard part. This is where it gets difficult. I want to try and move his arm up, so the first thing I'm going to do is move a little bit of his arm round like this. So I'm going to rotate it round, make it spin round, bring his claw round like that, and perhaps we could make his mouth just get a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to right click, I'm going to duplicate slides, and I'm going to move this part of his arm, and I'm doing this really roughly just now so that you can get an idea of how we're going to like animate what's going on. We're going to make his mouth open a little bit further like that, a little bit bigger, just to make it look as if he is kind of coming to get you type thing. Yeah. Oh, this is just kind of showing you roughly what it is. So like, if we were to put this as a slideshow from here, now this is going to look really weird for you lot, because I've got it coming up on my other screen. So he comes in, and then you can start to see how it goes on from the different things, and we can record that, and we can actually save our animation as a video file. It takes a while to do, but it's possible. So what I'm looking for you is tweet me your designs for different characters. What have you come up with? Let me see a cow. Can you beat my Luna Loveku? And her companion, Toli? I don't know. Tweet at me and at Andrew the Dad and show me what you've got. To turn this into a picture, if you want to, if you go to File and Save As, I'm going to browse it and just put it onto my desktop just now. So I'm going to browse it, put it onto my desktop. It says here save it as a PowerPoint presentation, but you get lots and lots of different objects. And what you can do is actually save it as a JPEG file or a PNG file. Either one will do, and that means it's a picture, and you can add that to your tweet and show it to me, and everything should be okay. So, or even a GIF, JPEG, PNG, GIF, not a GIF, a GIF. Any of those will do, and yeah, tweet me and we'll retweet them, we'll show them out to a few folk, see how they go, see if you can come up with a decent coup. I don't know. See what you make me do? What you make me do? I don't know. Anyway, I think that is me done for today. I might do the spaceship on my own time, and then we can look at animating over the next couple of days, or over the next few weeks. But thank you very much for showing up to the rambling stream of guffness, and I will catch you a lot next time. Thank you once again. So see you later. Bye.